Hi everyone, Viktoriya and Oksana here. Hi everyone, Viktoriya and Oksana here, and if you're watching this video, say hi to us, as well as if you're new to our Facebook group, let us know what is it you need help with, and as well as those of you that are not familiar who we are, my sister and I, we are immunology scientists, but we're also experts in reversing autoimmune diseases with nutrition. So all the videos that you see on our page with the clients that we've helped recover from autoimmunity, this is the type of progress our clients make in 6 weeks of us working together. Hi Renee, how are you? Good to see you here. And so those of you that are new, again, my sister and I, we are immunology scientists, but we're also experts in reversing autoimmune diseases, all kinds of autoimmune diseases with nutrition. And that's what we do every single day. And in fact, we just got back from a coaching event, and now we had time to go live here and talk more about how we can help you, but as well as answer some of the questions that you might have for us. So let us know that you make sure that you can hear us well, that you can see us well, and let us know what you need help with so we get to know you better. Yes, so in this video, we're gonna do questions and answers, but first we wanna talk about what you need to know when it comes to different type of diets for disease reversal. So there are extremely inflammatory diets, such as standard American diet. This is disease-causing diet. For example, dairy and processed foods will dramatically increase person's inflammation levels and their disease. But there are also less inflammatory diets as well that you can find online. And for example, if you get rid of processed foods or maybe sugar and you eat better quality food, you may feel better. But when it comes to reversing your disease, that's simply not enough. It doesn't work that way. So for some people, they can remove some of these inflammatory foods and their symptoms become more manageable. For example, a client with Sjogren's, for 10 years, she ate really, really healthy. She was doing a lot of therapies, but she still developed mixed connective tissue disease, and her symptoms continued to get worse. But when we worked with her, we helped her optimize her immune system and told her the step-by-step adjustments she had to make, and she actually saw reversal in her symptoms for the first time in 10 years. So people always tell us, I eat so healthy, how could I possibly eat any better? But we never actually had a client work with us who was doing exactly what we would have told them to do in our program. And if they were doing exactly as what we teach our clients, then they would not have an autoimmune disease anymore. Yes, so Victor, you want to talk about a client from Chile? Yes, so yesterday actually my sister had a call with a client from Chile. And so we recorded the video. We're gonna share the video on our page if you want to see. Yeah, and so progress. This client from Chile, she was diagnosed with spondyloarthritis that she's been dealing with for years, and also she had dermatitis, gastritis, constipation, PCOS, and her spinal pain went from 10 to 3 in our program, and her gastritis and heart palpitations completely went away. And all of this is without the medications because she was on pain medications as well. And her pain was a 10 even while taking medications. But now her pain went from 10 to 3. So the great thing is people from all over the world can participate in a program. We are located in the United States. We have a research lab in Detroit, Michigan. But we have had clients from Moscow, from India, from Europe work with us. We had people on disability work with us. Medical students did a program. We had nurses and doctors do a program as well. So that's a great thing, is that this is a modern way for you to be able to get help and recover, because pandemic is happening. You can't see your doctor. Your doctors can't even help you. And so the great thing is people can participate and get one-on-one help in the comfort of your own home. Even a client who's from Chile, she can't even speak good English, she was still able to do a program. So even if you can't speak English, but you might have somebody helping you translate it, we can also help figure that out as well. So we have another client who has rheumatoid arthritis. Her daughter is helping her on the program. She speaks Spanish, but her daughter is helping her translate everything. And she's doing so much better. She's recovering, and she had rheumatoid arthritis for decades as well. So what we teach is pure anti-inflammatory because it's optimal for disease reversal. And you have to be open-minded when you work with us because there's a lot of wrong information online. So you have to get re-educated. And what we teach you is how to clean up cellular repair. And what we do as scientists, we understand on a cellular level how foods interact when it comes to repair, cellular damage, inflammation, and immune function. So it's really not about calling something a certain diet. We don't call a program any diet because there's so many foods you could eat on any diet, but instead of focus on eating what you have to do to help you address your specific symptoms and condition and accelerate cellular repair of your body. Yeah, and people also need personal guidance based on the current organ function, the sensitivities, and you need to get the right education and coaching to get the type of results a client get. Yeah, to get rid of your autoimmune disease completely. So everything that we teach is based on the results and not based on theories. But a lot of things people read online, it's based on theories, but it's not actually, is that 100% fact? So let's see if you have any questions about any of this. Hi Betty, good to see you. That's what I have. You have mixed connective tissue disease. Yes, a client, Laura, we have a video with her on a page. She had mixed connective tissue disease as well. And she was really sick. When we started working with her, she was in a flare-up. And she was crying with me on the call, but she got better. And she had the Sjogren's, her digestive system was completely dried out. But she started having regular bowel movements in her program. She started getting her saliva back. She started seeing improvements just within a couple of weeks. So so mixed connective tissue disease is a lot of different cells and organs affected by your autoimmune disease. And that's why we would have to work with you personally to find what's going to work best for you based on your current symptoms and organ function. Yeah, you can watch her video, Laura. She's on a page. If you can find it, Sjogren's and mixed connective tissue disease. Renee said, I'm so happy to be here. I see people with conditions being helped by you both. My question is, have you seen people with progressive issues that affect neurological issues, thyroid Hashimoto's too, with anxiety at the same time? Daily infertility. Yes, so we've had people with neurological issues go through our program. We've had people with tingling sensations. We had people with migraines also go through our program that their migraines went away. And so a lot of people can have anxiety due to being sick. So if your anxiety is associated with your autoimmune disease, then once we address your autoimmune disease and your symptoms get better, then we can work on some exercises that you can do to help you with your anxiety. Because we did a video last week, as well as we have an article on that page where we talk about anxiety and how anxiety can make your symptoms worse. So if anxiety is a big problem for you, it's important to be addressing all areas in your life that are keeping you sick. Does this make sense? So we had people with neurological issues and Hashimoto's. We had really good results reversing Hashimoto's, and we had people who had anxiety because the anxiety was driven by the autoimmune disease. And infertility, when it comes to infertility, is you want to get to the root cause of your infertility, whether it's hormonal or whether it's something else. But we've had clients who had infertility because they were suffering from chronic inflammation in the body that was basically preventing them from either getting pregnant or sustaining a pregnancy. So in order to treat infertility, you want to be able to get to the root of it, what's actually going on that's causing you to have that. We actually have a video. If you go in this group, there's some videos on the units section of this group, and we have a client. She had 3 miscarriages, and that's when her name is Liana, and we have her video in there. She actually talked about, and her doctor said that it's most likely that her immune system is attacking her uterus, so she's not able to sustain a pregnancy. But we've been working with her on her immune system and optimizing her immune system so it stops creating that inflammation and targeting your body cells. So Renee, you said you have spinal pain and arthritis. So a client from Chile, She was diagnosed with spondyloarthritis and her pain went from 10 to 3. And we do have a video with her that we're going to share soon on a page where she talked about the progress that she made. So Betty said, how's your program different from other food programs? So the thing is, I don't know what other people doing. So what we can tell is those other programs, as their clients, patients getting the type of results that we get in our program, are they getting full disease reversal in 6 weeks that a lot of our clients have gotten? So when you try to compare different type of programs, you have to look at the results that you're after. And if that program says that the clients, and they have the testimonials of their clients getting better in a matter of weeks, then that's what you want to try.
And you also, a lot of our clients, if you go to apply page, they actually explain how's the process different.
Yes, because they've gone through other programs. So because we haven't gone through other programs, I don't know what other people offer, but I know that the results that our clients get. So what you need to do is you need to go to our website, ViktoriyaandOksana.com, and go on that application page and see there's 5 to 10 videos where our clients say how our program is different because they've gone through 5-10 other programs prior to working with us.
Well, the main difference is we don't use any supplements in a program. So there's a lot of programs who, one of our clients thought, he actually said he was so happy that he was spending $500 a month on supplements, and then he was told that he had to take them for like months and months to see any results. He was not seeing any results.
And in 30 days, his muscle pain, inflammation was completely gone. And so that's why we don't have any supplements. We focus on disease reversal with nutrition and also fixing your immune system. A lot of other programs, they put you in a remission, but that's how we do. We focus on reversing your disease. Mm-hmm. We don't put you in a remission. We focus on reversing.
Yeah, and then many programs, they, like one of our clients, Lucy, her naturopath just told her, eliminate this and this. So most of the programs out there, they tell you what not to eat.
But we don't tell you what not to eat. We focus on what is that you have to do to recover and help you isolate what is still keeping you sick. So is those doctors, are they looking over your shoulder every day, including Saturdays and Sundays? Are they helping you isolate why you're still sick? What's happening the next day? What adjustments you have to make? We monitor our progress, our clients' progress every single day, including Saturdays and Sundays. So every day we know what they're eating, we know what their symptoms are. We're helping them isolate what's causing them to stay sick. We make adjustments and we accelerate their recovery. So that's the biggest difference that our clients have told us, is because we basically look over your shoulder every step of the way. Does this make sense, how that gives you clarity? But also go through the videos what our clients have said, because they've gone through other programs and they'll be able to help you make that comparison. Jessica said, do you tell us exactly what to eat and how much to eat? Yes, absolutely. So we tell you exactly this is what you have to eat and how much, and then we monitor your progress and we help you make adjustments based on the results we see, or we accelerate your recovery. And then we also have weekly classes with our clients where we teach you the science-based approach of using nutrition for disease reversal and how to apply it to your specific case. So not only are you getting personal guidance, but you're also getting educated, because people get so much information online, they don't know who to trust. But once you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, it's going to make sense to you, and you're going to see progress, and you're going to continue your recovery based on everything that you learn.
Yeah, so a lot of times what people do, they find different pages, they start putting pieces together. So sometimes our clients, maybe they watch a video on YouTube and they tell us, is this true or not? So, and we actually explain to them what's true, what's not, and what works.
Based on the results we've seen. So that's what we do, tell you exactly what to do, and then we educate you through the process as well. So that way, you know, it's knowledge for life. Because a lot of our clients said that what they learn in our program is that they get the knowledge that you can apply to your family, to your loved ones, but you keep that knowledge for the rest of your life and know exactly what you need to do to how to apply this information to your specific case, and what you have to do to either continue recovery or to maintain your health. Yeah, so Renee said they do not have you take pills or take tests. You're guided by food choices, understanding symptoms. Thanks, Renee, for clarifying that to Betty. Yes, exactly. How much does this program cost? I'm willing to put out money, but would like to get an idea of cost. So Christine, the next step, because we have different options available, the next step is we have to know what is it you need help with, what you tried doing prior to working with us, and see exactly what you need to get to your recovery. What is it you're looking for to be successful in reversing your disease? So once we get that information, we'll find out whether it makes sense for us to work together. And if it makes sense for us to work together, we'll map out a plan of what that would look like for you, and then discuss all the details as well as the investment and what that would involve. Otherwise, you would not really know what exactly does this involve. Because if somebody just says, okay, this is $500, but then you would ask, but what is exactly does it involve? So it's out of sequence asking the cost, unless we know we can help you and you decide to work with us and we know that our program is going to help you. So once we get that information, then we'll discuss the cost. Otherwise, it makes no sense, because we need to have all these details to decide whether or not we can actually help you. And Renee said, when will you be open to new clients? I'm worried to get worse. So that's why the first step is you go to our website and schedule a call with us. And once we have that call, and then we'll decide if we should work together, and then we'll talk about when our next opening is. So next opening is usually based on availability, but we're enrolling clients for January. So currently we are already filling up spots for a January program. And so if you wanted to get on the waiting list, the first step is we need to have a call with you. Is the improvements permanent? So Betty said, is it permanent? So we teach you in the program to reverse a disease, but how soon it happens for you, it depends on individual. So once you reverse your disease, then we teach you how to maintain your health. But there's a different process when you're trying to heal versus when you're maintaining your health. So let's say in 6 weeks, you become symptom-free, but you haven't yet reversed your condition. You might still have high inflammation markers. And if you go and do something that's gonna cause you to have inflammation to come back, then your symptoms can come back because you haven't reversed it yet. So we teach you how to reverse your disease, but based on the progress you make, we teach you what to do to either continue your recovery or to maintain your results. But if somebody's still healing in a program and after 6 weeks, they go eat something that's gonna set them back to the beginning, then their symptoms can come back because you haven't yet fully recovered. Not everyone is gonna become symptom-free in 6 weeks because it depends on how much damage has been done to your body and organs and what you've done prior to working with us. So in those videos that you've seen with our clients, that's the progress that they make in 6 weeks. Many of our clients they see 50 to 80% improvement in their symptoms, and then they keep going. And we've had clients who ate 10 weeks after a program that reported that their antibodies became negative. So actually the inflammation markers normalized because they kept going, implementing everything that they learned. But we teach you what that looks like for each person, right? What do you have to do to continue recovery, and what you have to do to reverse your disease. So it's permanent once you get there. But first you have to get there. For some people, it could be 6 weeks, their disease is gone. For other people, it could be 10 weeks. Once they reach that threshold where enough of their cells become healthy and they no longer have symptoms and your labs go back to normal. So what does this mean, full disease reversal? It means that you're no longer diagnosable as having an autoimmune disease. So everything we teach you in the program, if you still have some symptoms or if you still have inflammation markers, we're going to give you a recommendation what you have to do to continue recovery until you permanently reverse the disease. Does this make sense? Renee said, I have migraines, tingling, anxiety is wrapped in it. I've watched the video, anxiety makes symptoms worse, but I got sick first. I'm crying, I need to hear. Yes, definitely schedule a call with us. Go to our website and then we'll see how we can help you, okay? We'll get more information about your situation. And like I mentioned earlier, if it makes sense for us to work together, we'll discuss how we can help you. Adriana said, do you also help with kidney disease reversal? Oh yes, Adriana, so I just talked to you by email. Yes, so we've had people who had, we had a client who had 5
GFR, so her kidney function was only 5%. We helped her raise it to 15% in 30 days with nutrition, because your kidneys are very sensitive to food. But the thing is, if your kidney disease keeps going down, then it's gonna be, your diet has to be even more harder to do, because your kidneys cannot tolerate. If you have stage 5 kidney disease, we have to monitor your water, we have to monitor your potassium and sodium levels. So it's going to be harder for you to get your kidney function up when it's really, really bad. So somebody who had 50% kidney function, in 6 weeks, we got it to 100%, because she didn't have any scars on her kidneys yet. If you wait for your kidney function to drop, it will take longer for you to get your kidney function up, and your nutrition has to be strictly monitored. So it's not going to be very fun for you to do the nutritional plan when you have 5% kidney function, because your kidney is going to be very sensitive. One thing you're going to eat off plan is completely going to stop the repair process. So the sooner you start reversing your kidney disease, the faster we're going to be able to help you get it to 100%. But the longer people wait, then you're going to create a scar on your kidneys, and scars are not reversible. So with 5% kidney function that we worked with, we could get it to 15%. And then that client that we worked with, she continued on her recovery, and at most she was only able to get to 30%. She was able to get off her dialysis, but that's the most we could do, because she had so many scars.
Because she had lupus for years. For years, she was a baby. She was really young. So that was like more than 10 years of her kidney disease that she had. So that's why it's very different. Depends how long you had it. And then the other client, her kidney function went from 5% to 10% in only 7 days.
Yeah, it was 7 days.
So that's how fast it jumped with the nutrition.
Yeah, so that's why over time, if there's inflammation on your kidneys, and if your immune system is attacking your kidneys, then there's going to be a scar tissue that's going to form, and the scars are not reversible. So someone who has 5% kidney function, the most they could get to is probably 30%, because they already have a lot of scars. But if you have 50% kidney function, we can get you to 100%, and because we've done it for other people. But we still have to be very, very careful with what you're eating, exactly what you're eating, how much you're eating, because like I mentioned, kidneys are very sensitive to food. One thing you eat off plan is going to stop the repair process.
Mm-hmm. And also depends how long you've been sick. So how long did you have the kidney disease? For how many years?
Yeah, and Julie asked, how long have you been doing this work reversing autoimmunity? So we started working with people locally. We have a research lab in Michigan at the VA Medical Center. And first we started working in 2013 with people locally. And then we put a program online where anybody can participate in it and get help. So we've been doing this since 2013, but we've been educating for 10 years. So we're in our 30s, and a lot of people say that we look younger, but we're actually gonna be in our mid-30s. It's because everything that we teach our clients, we also practice ourselves. And that's one thing I wanted to tell you. There's a lot of people who tell you, eat healthy, reverse disease, but they themselves are not healthy. What we do is we teach people how to reverse disease. And that's exactly what we follow. We practice what we preach. So if we don't have an autoimmune disease, and that's where we get other benefits, such as you get clear skin. This is a natural skin. And those of you who have not seen pictures, we suffered from cystic acne in our 20s. We had really bad skin. We had chronic tonsillitis. We had the ear infections. We had digestive issues. I had PCOS, and all of that has been reversed. And now we actually haven't had any issues because we learned nutrition for disease reversal, started helping people, helped our own health problems.
Because a program repairs your organs. So when it repairs your autoimmune, it reverses autoimmune disease. It repairs your skin. So everything creates new. Every day you eat the food, and your body makes healthy new cells. So it's gonna be your skin cells, your hair cells. So every day, that's how people are able to go from being sick to being really healthy, because your body makes new cells every single day. Yeah, and over time you're gonna get healthy and healthy and healthier, and that's exactly what we've been doing. And we spent many years learning, but also started applying that information to ourselves. So we didn't become healthy overnight. It took us time to get to this level of health. And the same thing with our clients. Everything we learned in the last 10 years, we teach you in 6 weeks, but it took us 10 years to learn it. So we shortcut the learning curve for you, but also we've had experience helping people apply that information to different type of cases. Make sense? So that's why you have to continue what we teach you in the program to achieve your best health possible. And you don't know what that looks like for you until you do everything that you can to recover. And because the first step is you have to stop getting sicker, because a lot of people, they continue getting sicker. And then the second step, you have to reverse the damage that has been done. Does this make sense? Do you have any clients that would be willing to be contacted directly for the testimonies instead of just video? If my disease was completely reversed, I would love to share my story personally with others for you. So Jessica said that would be willing to be contacted directly. Oh yeah, so a lot of our clients, they get added to the separate client private Facebook group. So we have a private client Facebook group. And if you were to work with us, you'll meet other clients that we have worked with. But also part of our policy is that we protect a client's privacy. And so we do have a personal profile. A lot of our clients, they talk on a personal profile. They communicate with us. So you can find some of our clients that we worked with on a personal profile, because we are friends with a lot of them through our personal profile. But we also have a private Facebook group, but we don't share the personal details, because we run a lot of Facebook traffic, Facebook ads to a webinar. And so in order to protect a client's privacy, we blur out their name, and that's how we protect it, and we don't share their details. But you can find them online if you see them engaging with a post, and you can reach out to them if you want. But for any questions, the best person is to ask us, because we are the ones who have helped them. So they only know as much as we would know, right? So hi Liana, how are you? I sent a client send you a message while to shopping to see if it was okay, and you replied. I never had that. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh yeah, so I think Renee said that one of our clients said that they were shopping and they had a question about something. Yes, so our clients get daily help from us. And so any question you might have, if you're working together, then we'll tell you exactly how to reach us for any questions. So the client said that we worked with it, that if anytime she had a question, we typically respond within an hour for our clients. Frank said, any Black Friday special deals? Yeah, so we don't have any Black Friday deals in the program. Yes, so we don't do any discounts, because there is a set price and it's the same investment for everybody, and there's never gonna be any discounts for our program. I don't think we ever gonna do that.
Yeah, because it's not like people can just buy supplements and they give you discount.
Yeah,
we don't sell products.
We don't sell any products. What we do is we charge for time. And so when we invest minimum 40 hours with each person we work with, if you were to have 40 appointments with a doctor, let's say you go to 40 appointments and your insurance didn't cover, a doctor's appointment is $500. Let's say you go to a rheumatologist, or maybe it's $200. $200 times 40 appointments, how much is going to cost you, right? But a program is already, I think it's very cheap based on our experience and everything we offer in our program. And a lot of our doctors said that they would charge $10,000 for the time that we invest with our clients, and we don't charge $10,000 for a program. So I think the time and energy that we invest with each person, as long as you participate, you reach out for help, you ask questions, you show up to our classes with clients, you're gonna get the most out of the time that we have together. So that's why
everybody gets the same price, because it would not be fair if, let's say, you're gonna pay less, somebody else has to pay more. So we work with clients like a client from Chile, she lives in Chile, she's doing our program, and then we work with clients from India, all over the world. So it would not be fair if, because let's say you're from Russia, I might give you a discount because you're from Russia.
Because you have different currency, but the other person gonna pay different price. So we want to be fair to everyone. If someone's gonna pay this price, everybody else gonna pay this price, unless we decide to change the price for everyone. Because I want to be fair. It's not fair to give somebody discount, but then another person we worked with who was on disability, she had to get resourceful. She had to talk to her family to join her program, to get help with the finances. And then if she found out another person got the discount, but then she didn't, it's not gonna be fair, right? Wouldn't you, if that happened to you, how would you feel about that? How does your program heal the cells to reverse diseases? Oh yeah, so Adriana said, so that's what we teach you, the science-based approach for reversing autoimmune disease. Once you go through the education, you're gonna understand how it works on the cellular level. So you do have to go through education to understand it, and it's not something we can teach you in 30 minutes. We actually have at least 6 hours of live sessions with our clients, and then on top of that, we have already pre-recorded education for you to go through. So you have to go through,
it's a bonus,
hours of education for you to understand how it works, because it's not something we can teach in 30 minutes. I hope you're willing to work with me. I'm committed to healing. Yeah, Renee, just schedule the chat and we'll see if it makes sense for us to work together. Once you fully heal through diet, will you be able to eat any foods again? I find gluten is a problem for me right now. Oh yeah, so Christine, actually one of our clients, he had gluten antibodies in his lab work.
Celiac.
Yeah, he had celiac. He was diagnosed with celiac disease, but he had gluten antibodies. So he had antibodies against gluten. And then when we worked with him in December, in April, he had pizza and he had no problem. So he ate gluten, but he hadn't retested his antibodies yet against gluten because pandemic happened and he hasn't been to the doctor to retest those antibodies. But all his inflammation markers were completely gone when he went back for his colonoscopy.
Actually, we posted his photo. His name is Brian. I don't know if you can see it. It's on a page. So he usually comments on a personal profile, but he also had colitis disease as well, and we worked with him during Christmas.
Yeah, so because gluten, some people who have autoimmune disease, they're sensitive to gluten. And then when your immune system starts functioning properly, then your sensitivities will be going away, but it just depends how soon it can happen for you. And a lot of our clients were able to eat gluten again, and they didn't get any symptoms back. But if your symptoms come back, it means you haven't fully recovered yet. So that's what is you need to be able to heal first, because that's why a lot of people, they avoid the foods that cause them problem, but you still want to be doing something that's fixing your immune system, so that way you stop having sensitivities to those foods. But unless you do that, then you'll always have problem with gluten because you still haven't fixed your immune system. Is lab testing part of the plan? So we don't do any lab test. What we require is any recent blood work that you have, and if there's any additional information that we need from you, we will let you know. But we haven't needed to have any lab tests. Most clients who come to us, they already been diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. If they have any sensitivities to certain foods, they already know about it. So we work around their sensitivities. And if somebody's, let's say if somebody's not making progress in the program, we help you isolate what's causing you not to get better. We make adjustments. And if you need any additional lab work, then we will let you know. But we haven't needed to do any additional lab work apart from getting complete blood work done to see where's your progress at. So, but it's not required. A lot of our clients, they either retest their labs 30 days into the program just to see where the inflammation markers are. But other people, they don't retest it, they feel better, and then they retest it 6 months down the road because the insurance covers it. But we don't cover any lab tests for you. I just said I had disease for 15 years. Yeah, so, but you still have, you still have stage, you said you have stage 5 kidney disease. Could you tell me what's your GFR? What's is it a 50 or is it a 30? So I can kind of estimate how soon we can get it up for you. Betty said, I have lupus as well. So all these things are able to recover. Like, oh, having issues with the muscles and constant pain.
8%.
Yeah, so Betty, you really do need to make sure that you get your diet really optimized for you, because you're dealing with all these inflammatory diseases. So you can recover, but it's just it might take more time for you compared to some other people who are dealing with one autoimmune disease. So for you, it might take 6 months to 1 year to fully reverse all of your diseases once you do everything right. And we did have a client who had skin lupus on her face. Her entire face was inflamed. It took about a year for skin. What?
Her body.
Her entire, and her body was
Patches.
She had patches on her skin, and she had alopecia. Her hair started growing back, and it took about 1 year for her skin to go back to normal when we worked with her. So how soon you can recover depends on if you have organ involvement, what other organs are affected, how long you've been sick. All these things affect your
and how perfectly you'll be able to follow the plan. So that's why
the plan that we will personalize for you, how perfectly you're gonna be able to execute it. All of these things are gonna affect how soon you can actually get better and what can you recover. Wish I could afford. I do believe in you. Your cause. Thank you, Pat. My state is 8. Oh, Ariana, you have 8%? So you must be on dialysis already, right? Yeah, 8%. Yeah, so definitely, we definitely will have to work with you one-on-one, because like I mentioned, we will have to monitor every single thing you're eating, and the kidneys, you have to be very strict with your diet, and we'll tell you exactly what you have to eat and how much to start repairing your kidneys. And you will be able to help you get you off dialysis, but if you've had it for 15 years, most likely at most you might be able to get to 20% kidney function at most, or maybe 30 over time if you continue healing, but most likely you're never going to be able to get to 100% kidney function, being sick for 15 years and having only 8% left at this point. But we don't know until we try. So a lot of people say, can I get off my medicine? Can I heal my thyroid? We don't know until you try everything you can, and then we'll see how much health you can actually recover. Can you help osteoporosis? Gigi Murray said, hi Gigi, how are you? Yeah, so with osteoporosis, what we can do is we can stop the progression, and then we can work on some exercise to help you keep your bones stronger. And so
sometimes people get osteoporosis due to long-term steroid use. If you were on steroids,
they get osteopenia or osteoporosis because of steroids. So if you already have osteoporosis, what we can do is help you straighten your bones through some exercise you can do and through nutrition, so you stop getting worse. And that's what we can help you with that. Let's see. Have you had people who have hair? Have you had people who have hair fell out, come back? Lots of hair. Yes. So we've had people who had bald spots that was able to regrow, and that all comes back to having inflammation. So there's different reasons for hair loss. Hair loss can occur due to anxiety. It can occur to trauma. If you had some kind of trauma happen 3 months earlier, then you can experience hair loss weeks after it happened. Does this make sense? There's different triggers for hair loss. So you want to see what is exactly causing you to have hair loss. And when it comes to inflammation, if there's inflammation around the hair follicles, then when we get rid of inflammation, the hair will be able to grow back.
Mm-hmm. Some of our clients had hair loss due to Hashimoto's, or they had hair loss due to lupus. So really, when you optimize your nutrition for disease reversal, it actually benefits every organ in your body. So here, usually in the skin, is the last organ to receive nutrition and hydration, because your body usually takes care of your internal organs first. But everything will improve, because when you do the right things for your autoimmune disease, it's going to be the right thing for everything else. For your hair, for your skin, a lot of our clients reported that their hair started growing back, and their nails got stronger. So that's why you can grow back if there's inflammation, and also we have to help you figure out what's causing your hair loss and how we need to address it and stop it from happening.
That's what will help you figure out when we work with you. I love your story and your experience. Thank you so much. Betty said your regular doctor wouldn't help you more than 10 minutes. Yeah, so they see you for 10 minutes. With our clients, it's as long as you ask us questions, if we were to work with you, they get unlimited help and support. So you can ask us questions every day, all day long. We will be able to help you and answer those questions.
But as long as you reach out for help, because some people are not in the habit of asking for help, and they might be struggling, but they don't want to talk about it. So as long as our clients who actually reach out for help, they ask questions, they get the most amazing progress because they're asking questions, they're learning,
and they're getting educated. So do not be afraid to ask for help. Any questions you would have, that's what we would answer to you and guide you. You have such beautiful hair and skin. I can't believe it. Yeah, so Renee, there's a picture of us with acne. I think I had it on my page. You can see what our skin look like. But again, our skin, it took about a year for it to heal. And then other years for it to get to this place. So it didn't heal fast. It took about a year to completely heal acne. But then the scars were still there. And then it took another 1-2 years for the scars to fill in. So it takes time for your skin and your hair to get better. And at one point we had very thin hair as well. She said, I got a program previously, but no response and no support. I didn't know what to eat. Yeah, exactly. So that's why sometimes you really get what you pay for. So if people, you know, they don't offer that help and support, then you're not really gonna get results. If you're really sick. So if people who are really sick, they do require a lot of help and guidance and support to get better.
Yeah, some people need more than others, depending how sick they are. But that's why we do encourage people who are new to us, watch what our clients are saying, because they're sharing their story. They're sharing what they tried as well. So some of them talk about what they tried in the past and how the process is different. So if you're not sure, maybe if you watch some of the videos, you'll hear the story, because every story is so unique. Everybody's had unique situations, what they went through. But what's amazing that even if people have been sick for so long and they tried so many things, it just if you see them recovering, it's really exciting. It means that you can get the same results as well.
Or at least you could get better. So Christine said, I have really high ANA markers, RA, and gluten sensitivities. Yeah, so one of our clients, Rudy, he's 70 years old. He had multiple positive ANA markers for multiple autoimmune diseases, and he was already on steroid medications. We worked with him in November, and then in February, he was able to get off his steroid medications. So for 6 months, he continued on following everything we taught him in the program and personalized for him. And then eventually he was able to get off his medications. So that's why when you have so much inflammation and so many symptoms, you do need to be doing everything you can to recover your health. And when you see improvements, you keep going, okay? So you don't stop until you reach your optimal health.
And actually his son, who found a Facebook ad, that's how his dad joined our program, he often comments on the page once in a while, usually on the weekends.
Yeah, his name is Christopher.
He always sometimes comments on the page, and he talks about how his dad is doing so well. So sometimes he leaves a comment on the page.
Yeah, and Brittany said, do you recommend an allergy test prior to working with you? I appreciate you all taking the time to talk to me this week. It's so awesome you offer free one-on-one interviews. You're welcome, Brittany. It was great talking with you. Yeah, so in regards to the allergy test, I would recommend it if you think you have sensitivities. So for example, if you eat a certain food and your symptoms get worse, or if you get a skin rash, these are indications that you might be sensitive to certain foods. So I would recommend it only if you feel like your symptoms get worse, or you get some kind of new symptoms that you didn't have before prior to eating that food. But also, a lot of those allergy tests are not always accurate. Sometimes it can show that you're sensitive to food, but it's actually something else that you're eating is causing you to have sensitivity to that food. So I don't know if it's actually necessary or required for you, right, Victoria? Yeah, I don't think it's unless you eat something and your symptoms get worse, or you get a rash, or you get a migraine. Something happens when you eat that food, or maybe you get stomach pain that you haven't had before. So that's the only time I would recommend testing it, is if you had some kind of symptoms that either get worse or you get new symptoms. But otherwise, we can start working with you, and then based on the progress you're making, we can, if we need any additional information, we can do it afterwards. Yeah, Jonah said, I'm on dialysis. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you help with transplanted kidneys. So do you have a transplanted kidney already, or do you have any functioning kidney yet? Do you have any, because you said you have 7, so do you have any functioning kidney? Renee said, doctor said hair loss with thyroid. Yes, so we have to stop your thyroid disease from progressing, and then your hairs can start growing back. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Dilara. Good to see you. Renee said, thank you so much. You're amazing. I need to learn what you will teach so I can understand my body. Yes, and we'll teach you everything that you need to know. No steroids, osteoporosis. Okay, so it's already 9 p.m. here, Central Time. We still have to go check our clients' workbooks. So we have to keep going. And we do have a client class tomorrow. So we have to get going on this video. Yes, so Adriana said, you're on dialysis, no transplant. Okay, so yes, so are you saying, like, if you had to get a transplant, right, will the program still help? Do you have an autoimmune disease? Is this why your kidneys started failing? That's what I need to know. So if you have an autoimmune disease, even if you get a transplant, the disease is still there. So we can work on your immune system so it prevents you from getting any other autoimmune diseases. Because, for example, you know Selena Gomez, right? Selena Gomez, she had lupus nephritis, and she got a kidney transplant because her lupus basically caused her kidneys to fail. But now she has to be on immunosuppressants for the rest of her life, and the autoimmune disease can still come back later on, because when you get rid of the organ, it just means that your immune system is not targeting that organ anymore. But 10, 20 years later down the road, you can get another autoimmune disease because the immune system is still not functioning properly. So even if you get a transplant, we can still work on making sure that your immune system functions properly, that you never get sick again. Okay?
Yeah, just like my sister we talked to a lot of people on the phone during strategy sessions. Sometimes my sister donates 6 hours a day just talking to people, and those people are not even my clients. So, and then we know so many, we see it all the time. Then one person we talked to, he had colitis, and the doctor removed his colon in 1999. And then 20 years later, he had hepatitis. He developed autoimmune hepatitis and then RA. Because even if you remove your organ, the immune system is still not functioning. It can target another organ 10, 20 years down the road. So you still want to fix your immune system so it stops causing you other health problems. That's why I would like to help to stop autoimmune disease. Yeah, absolutely. If you're ready for help, you're ready to learn, change your diet, follow what we tell you to do, you're going to get better, okay? So that's why it's really important to stop that immune disease, because even if the doctor removes the organ, your immune system is still not functioning well. And you probably know that people do take steroids, they take medication, but they still don't feel good. They still, the numbers might look good because they take medication.
Yeah, because steroids can lower your inflammation markers. If you take steroids, you might look like you don't have any inflammation, but you still have all the symptoms.
And your labs, but people still have symptoms. So that's why in a program we address everything. We look at your labs and your symptoms,
and make sure that everything's improving and you're getting better. So some people can have labs, but other people have all the symptoms. We've had clients who had normal labs, but they had symptoms of inflammation. They had joint pain. One of our clients had arthritis symptoms, and she had neurological symptoms as well, but all her labs looked normal, and her symptoms improved. Okay, so we're gonna get going, and it was great seeing everyone. Thank you for your questions. We love connecting with you. And exactly, it makes you worse with medications. Yes. So you seem very passionate to help people. That's so refreshing. Thank you, Julia. We are very passionate, and we do work a lot because we want to help our clients get better. So
and that's why we do want to have the strategy session, because we want to make sure that you're the right fit for a program, because results are really important to us. So let's say maybe you're not ready, or you kind of want to try other things.
Yeah.
So
maybe you have a problem we can help. Then we don't want just people joining a program just because they can afford it, but we can help you. That's why we do these calls, because we want to understand your situation and see if it makes sense for you to work with us. But anyway, we're gonna get going. It was good to see you all, and thank you for your questions, and then we'll talk to you soon. Have a great night, everyone. Bye.